So young. I saw you die.
And yet, here I am. Yura, Gogobu.
So the reference there is that Clan Master Hong, 1,000 years ago with the other 3 great masters, defeated Jin Soyan, who used to be a great martial artist in and of itself, but she got greedy, killed her master, and wanted to bring the Dark God into the world to gain more power. And Clan Master Hong and the 3 other great masters defeated her, and in so doing, she actually made a pact with the Dark God to come back to life, hopefully to bring him back into the world. But she had to give up part of her soul, and she is essentially now a half-demon. So we want to get to Clan Master Hong, so we've got to take care of a few demons that are in our way, and then we'll get up to Clan Master Hong and see if we can help him out. Another great note to mention is that all of the cinematics, or all of the cutscenes, they're very cinematic. Team Bloodlust has a great eye for direction, and all of them are fully in-game cutscenes. They're not pre-rendered CGI images.
How could you?
You disappoint me, Master. Was this all you could do? Pathetic. I betrayed you just for the Hong Moon secrets. But was it even worth it?
All this, just for our secrets?
What else? I may have altered your medicine a little. But even still, I expected more from the legend. What's wrong, Master? Is that all the Hong Moon can muster?
Shut up.
If you've ever heard of the phrase, "don't poke the bear,"
The Inferno Sword.
that's exactly what's happened here.
There's the Hansa gun I remember. You haven't changed a bit, Hansa gun. But I have. I'm not the same little girl you knew. This is your own disciple left. Surrender the sword, or your clan ends here.
The Inferno Sword is actually one of 4 pieces of a key that will unlock the Dark Gate, and so that was her goal. She wants to get the keys so she can unlock the Dark Gate and let the Dark God and the impure key back into the world. So for the sake of brevity, we're going to go ahead and shut that down. So essentially, your clan master has sacrificed himself to keep you alive. Jin Soyeon is not as, keeping of her word as she claims to be. As you attack her, she knocks you over the cliff face, thinking you're dead, and you fall into the ocean. And eventually, you're actually rescued by a fisherman who brings you to a bamboo village, which is being attacked by another clan, and you start seeing how the clans will start attacking each other. And so you get asked to help because you are a recognized member of Clan Hongmoon as a martial artist, and so you're asked to help in their war front against Clan Black Ram. But what we want to do is I want to show you guys some of the more advanced combos so you can actually see what the combat actually looks like. So we're going to actually flash forward to the Emerald Village. So this is the Emerald Village, and what you see here is something that's a really great mechanic for the game. I'm going to turn it down just a tad. Not that you like to hear my voice, but so what Devin is doing here is he's showing you a new mechanic called it's called a bow pie, and it's essentially a new mechanism for rather than having a helmet, shoulder piece, chest piece, legs, armor, that really will dictate what you look like in the game based on how you want to play. So if I need a suit of armor that gives me a lot of strength, I have to wear a certain suit or a certain outfit. But we don't want you to be limited by what you want to look like by how you want to play. So we've created this system called the bow pie system, which is essentially an amulet. And you will collect these 8 different pieces throughout your gameplay. You pick them up through mob drops, you pick them up through quest rewards, and you will put full sets together, or you can mix and match different pieces from different sets. And essentially, each one of them will provide you different stat increases or bonuses based on how you want to play. The great thing is that frees up the costume and the aesthetics of your character to look the way you want. No longer do I get to look at somebody and say, oh, they've got epic level gear, because I know exactly how they're spec'd based on what they're wearing. I can choose from countless number of costumes that have been meticulously designed by Hyung-tae Kim to maintain that Asian fantasy visual, and they're all gorgeous and beautiful in their own way. And I can look the way I want, and I'm not dependent upon having the right armor to have the right skill. I can now do that with my medallion. And again, of course, I can do that with my weapon as well. So it really does free up you as a player to look the way you want to look and have that separate from how you want to play. So it's a great dynamic. So what we're doing here is we're going to show some of the advanced combos that you see. And again, this is only, if you look in the corner here, this is level 16. So this is fairly early in the game still. It doesn't take long to get here to start seeing some of these really amazing combinations. So I'm going to move over here to Devin and let him kind of talk to some of the combos and what he is doing.
So one of the things with the Kung Fu Master is the ability to counter your opponent's action. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to counter, and I'm going to grapple him, and I'm going to throw him to the ground and pound him in the face. Another thing, the chain from the combo that you can do, the counter, well, I might die here, is a flying elbow, but I have too many guys on.
We have found that Devin's multitasking ability to talk and play is being worked on. It's an opportunity for improvement. So when he comes back, no, this actually is it's a game that it takes skill to run, and talking through combat is probably very challenging. He's doing better than I would be doing, I'm sure.
So let me see if I can get this guy right here. All right, counter, grab him, and pound him in the face. So as long as you do the combos in the right order, you can do incredible amounts of damage to them. So here's a throwback. And also there's many AoE attacks that you don't have to target one or multiple opponents. You can just do it in the area and it'll affect all of them. Here's a foot sweep, and then I can grapple and headbutt. Yeah, I'll do that. There we go. Sure. Oh.
So you can see some of the more advanced skills, but again, this is still at a fairly early level. It takes a lot of practice to really perfect these combat skills. One of the ones he's actually trying to trigger right now is this great jumping, flying elbow drop, which is pretty awesome to watch. So if we can get it pulled off, it'll be fantastic. But what you can see when you can see him doing the blocking move, and you can see the kind of shimmer around his hands, he's trying to set up a counter attack. So again, it's setting up your opponent, setting up the right context of the situation, and that's where you're really going to gain the skill, and you're going to see people who have mastered those techniques and mastered the timing of those techniques perform really amazing feats of martial arts. But again, if you're familiar with, if you are a martial arts enthusiast or you're familiar with some of the techniques, you can actually really relate to some of the kicks, some of the ground and pound type techniques that are prevalent in martial arts today. There we go. We got one off. All right. So what I'd like to do, I know some of you have a time constraint, so we're really excited about the beauty of the game, how it looks, and how martial arts is truly brought in, and the skill required to play the game, and to really be super proficient with the martial arts inspired combat. But I want to open it up and make sure I answer any questions that you guys might have.